Hi, Wendy here. Just a quick video just to show you these cute little tag books. I got the idea from a Facebook group that I'm in, and they're holding a swap, and she linked to a lady's blog that doesn't seem active anymore, but it was a tag shape of a card, and then you make it into a little book to hold ephemera. So the first one I made was this one, and instead of making it into an ephemera holder, I just put scraps of paper in, which again is, we all have scraps of paper, so these are just all the ends of cut-offs. So just fold them all up, and when you've written on them and used them, you can just rip them out. And I think it's a great way of using your scraps. And we all have these pieces, like that's off an A4 sheet lengthways. I've got loads of them, and then it folds in, and I put some organza ribbon on, tie it round, and it's all decoupaged on the front, or collaged rather, and I just added a bulb pin with a little sentiment from G-Care, sewing machine zigzag round it. I left the ends on because I'm starting to quite like the tatty ends, so that's one. This was another one, and I put a dangle on this made from an old bracelet, again with scraps of paper. So that's number 2. Number 3 is the same, and I did that with a pamphlet stitch with some pieces of paper left over. Put some on not stickers, ephemera on the front. And this was, I got this postcard in a swap, and I just thought it was gorgeous. If I can undo it. So this one's using seam binding from Crafty Ribbons, and isn't that a lovely vintage tricycle? And again, I've just put scraps of paper inside here, which again is a smashing way to use bits up. I got this in a swap. It's a piece of material. Creativity is seeing what everyone else has seen and thinking what no one else has thought. And some stickers. And then this is my ephemera holder one, which I collaged on the front. Just pulled some stickers and ephemera out of my stash, and I sewed in, I think it's 4 layers of pages. Now these are all off cuts, and again it's all out of my scrapbooks box, and I put bits of ephemera in for the recipient to use. And there's all sorts: Artie Mays, G-Care, Tracy Fox, and that was a misprint, it came out a bit purple. But I still use them. So there's little pockets on each one. Again, these are just bits from scraps in my box. Little pocket there. So this is a nice little swap, and it'll be a nice little gift for someone to get. And I've put bits of my ephemera in as well. Bits of laces there in there as well. And then it all just ties together. That's the wrong one. Get the longest one. So I'm just quickly going to show you how I made it. Dead simple. And don't forget that all stuff, since I've packed the Etsy shop up, all the stuff that I've shown previously, some is still for sale. Well, not for sale, it's postage only. I just want to get rid of it all. So all I ask is that anyone pays the postage. So if you see anything on my past videos that you like, just message me or comment, and I'll get back to you if it's still available and what the postage cost would be. It would have to be by PayPal as well. Right, so this was a third of an A4 piece of craft card, and it measures 21 centimetres by 10, and I score it at 3 and 12. And then just fold that up, and that makes your little booklet. Nothing could be simpler really, could it? And then you just cut the end just to make your little tag shape. I'm not going to make mine too deep then, because this one just is a little bit short there, but that's fine. That's I'm quite happy with it. So just make your tag shape there, and I'll just decoupage one part of it, or collage, I keep saying decoupage. Now I've got my scrappy, just get those out of the way. I've got my scrappy bag here, so I'll just break some bits of those up. Got some words and some butterflies. So I'll just make do with these bits first. And I'm just going to rip bits up. So this is going to be the front, so I'm just going to do this bit while I'm with you. And this is a piece from that's left over from Janie B Journals ephemera. In fact, I'll stick that over there, then I can cut the edge off. This is some new glue I'm trying out from the craft shop. It's made by Beacon, and it's used for making slime, but it says it's ideal for hobbies and crafts. So I'm trying to test it out and see what it's like for paper craft. And up to now, it seems fairly good. I'll just use a piece of this. Now I don't want to go round the fold on this one, and it's all going to be sewn around, so that'll give it some strength as well. And I'll stick that piece sideways. In fact, I'll cut that off now, and it's nice and straight. I'm really getting into collaging, really enjoying it. Yeah, great way of using all your offcuts, your misprints. As you know, my printer is always running out of ink, and I end up with loads of miscoloured prints. So that'll do for that. Now I want an image for the front. Let's just have a look in my G-Curve folder and find a nice one. In fact, I think that is quite nice, and I'm just going to ink the edges quickly, and we'll put a little bit of muslin or cheesecloth down underneath. Ooh, these scissors aren't very good for cloth. Save all my cotton bits to go on snippet strips. Let's get some fabric glue. And get the image on there. I would decoupage on there, but for speed, I'm just going to show you how I lay my papers down. Okay, I've pulled some scraps of paper out, some offcuts from my box, and I'm just going to start probably trimming them just to give them a straight edge. That might need a little bit trimmed off the side, yeah. Very uneven, this piece. Straight. Yeah. So we don't want the fabric glue. So I just put a strip of glue down the side. and it is going to be stitched on here, then you can just rip it out. In fact, I'll start quite close to the fold there and then work my way back. So that can be the first piece. In fact, I'll put a narrower piece in next. Wonderful. Then we'll put a nice long piece in and fold it all up. Like I say, it's just smashing to use all your bits of paper. And I'll just need trimming a fraction off. We all like to use our scraps up, don't we? I'm loving making these, so these will be going in with Happy Mail. As I've said before, I'm not doing my Etsy shop anymore, so I am sending some racks out to people, and I'll probably get quite a few together. Then when I go to the UK in November, I shall take some with me because it'll be cheaper to post from there than it is from here. So, right, I think that will do for papers. So what I do, I fold on this fold first. Make sure they all sort of stay in line, because sometimes when you fold it pushes them out of line. Then start folding in, because you want to go from that fold there so that they're all enclosed. All different lengths, so it's all going to be different size, lengths of fold, if you understand what I mean. Don't have to be perfect. Just keep checking where your fold is. Then they're all enclosed within the two. And like I say, when anyone uses a piece of paper, they can just rip it out because it'll all be stitched in. Yeah, we're still within the fold there. There's a bit of noise going on outside because they're still working on the roads outside, which they've been doing for months and months. And that's the last one there. And that all folds up in there. Now I'm just going to trim these edges of the collage paper off. Then we shall attach some type of closure. Like that. Let's put a word on. Let's find a nice little phrase. There we go. Life was meant for good friends and adventures. It's a bit long for this, so I'm going to try and trim it down. It would just fit on, actually. Yeah, we'll go with that as it is. I'll just glue this on. Then I'm going to put it under there. I'm going to put some ribbon there, and then I'm going to go to the sewing machine. Hi, love. Okay, here we are. I've just zigzag stitched all the way just round the front, put some seam binding underneath for the closure, and then that will wrap round and tie in a bow, and that will make a pretty gift for Happy Mail, for a swap, to slot into someone's Christmas stocking. So I'm very happy with that, and I'm really glad to be using up some of the scraps, so I shall be making some more, and I hope the lady likes the one that I've made for our swap when we get our swap partners. So thanks for joining me today, and I'd love you to subscribe and look back on the older videos, and if there is a journal that you would like, message me to see if it's still available and what the postage would cost. Thank you very much. Bye.